I'm going to answer two questions here for you. The first question is the examiner's got an allocated pass rate, fail rate for each month? And the second question is, how can you improve your chances of passing your driving test? So the first one is, have the driving test examiners in the UK got a percentage of they can pass, and anything above that they've got to fail? Now, whenever I've asked examiners this question over the years, they've said, well, if they're good enough to pass, they're going to pass. And recently I asked the same question to someone who knows this examiner, and they said, this is what it said to me. They give me an example. Yesterday they said, the first 3 people who took the test all failed, because it wasn't good enough. I had to step in a couple of times with brakes and grab hold of the steering wheel. A couple of days earlier, everyone passed that day. So over the month, it kind of fluctuates up and down, and that certain examiners might suddenly get quite a low pass rate because they're just getting bad students coming through who are just not good enough, and then a few weeks later, it suddenly goes back up because they're getting the cream of the crop kind of thing. So over the year, it kind of evens out for them. The average pass rate, by the way, for the UK, is around about 50%. It varies. Sometimes it might be 52, sometimes it might be 48. The pass rate for your test centre, by the way, that's quite important. Excuse me. It might be quite high. So you could go online. What I might do is I'll put a link in the description to pass rates in your area. And I definitely know that some of the rural area pass rates are quite high compared to ones that are in big cities where there's a lot more hazards. So that's the thing you've got to consider at the same time. So yeah, the pass rates will fluctuate all the time. If you're good enough to pass, you'll pass. If you're not good enough to pass, you're not going to pass. So they haven't got an allocated percentage that they've got to pass or fail. Second question is, how can you improve your chances of passing that driving test? Well, firstly, let's talk about the time when you take your driving test. If you're going to take the 8 o'clock test or the 7 o'clock test, because some do it at 7 o'clock in the morning, then you've got to be prepared for people rushing to work or parents rushing to school and then rushing to work. So there's that kind of golden hour where it's rush hour and people will rush because they're late for the jobs. So you got to be good at driving in that sort of traffic, and if you are, then fine. But if you're not good at driving that sort of traffic, then there's a high percentage that something's going to happen in front of you from the side that's going to catch you out, is going to cause you to fail your driving test. Right? But what you can do is take a test a little bit later on in the morning, say about 9:30, 10:30, 11ish, when it's a little bit quieter. So everyone's at work, everyone's at school, and the normal traffic, day-to-day running traffic, is just running around like normal. So your percentage of passing is going to go a little bit higher because there's less risk. There's not going to be completely risk-free because there will still be people who rush round, who take risks, but that's what you're going to come across every day anyway. And the same will go for the afternoon. If you're going to take a test at 3:30 in the afternoon or 3 o'clock, then there's a risk that you're going to be coming across parents picking the kids up, who are rushing to pick the kids up, who are parking near schools dangerously. So if you go past school near the test centre at 3 o'clock, you're going to be basically looking out for everyone stepping out. So you can limit the risk by taking it in the quieter times. And the other thing also is just make sure if you're ready for your driving test, then great. But if you're not ready, don't take it. And that way you're not going to fail. So if you're good at your manoeuvres, you're good at your driving, and everyone's saying to you, you're definitely good enough to take your driving test, then take it in a quiet time. Okay, that's a quick couple of tips for you. I hope they help you. If they do, fantastic. And watch out for my next video next week. Take care.